The new moon in Sagittarius is taking place on November 23rd, 2022. What makes this new moon so special is Venus and Mercury are also in Sagittarius at the same time, bringing in the heart, mind, and your persona. How you want to go about your new changes to lead you to your greater success. The most special part of this new moon in Sagittarius, however, is Jupiter in Pisces is going direct on this day. Jupiter is the home sign of Sagittarius, and with it being at the master degree point of Pisces, people will start to see how their actual dreams and visions can really occur in real life. Don't get it twisted, it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of research, and a lot of just trying things out. But at the end of the day, with this being in this ninth house space, it's all about the knowledge, the accusation of knowledge, and attaining and finding new sources of wisdom. Sagittarius is the element of cosmic fire and is always seeking to the beyond and more in order for them to find new horizons. The reason why I mention horizons in the way I do is that when you see that beautiful, beautiful time where the sun starts to set and you get to look out beyond and just see how that is meshing with the sky, right? The ninth house is essentially that reach that goes all the way out as the sun's finally setting into the nighttime. It's the source of what's going on. If you shoot an arrow forward towards whatever you want to achieve, does it go that far beyond? Are you willing to put in the work to reach something that's that far out or something that you may not even see? The new moon in Sag is really trying to make you realize that you can kind of achieve the same thing that the younger you would have loved to achieve. I think some people, when you get caught up in the hype and get caught up in the daily things, we tend to forget how far we've come, but we also tend to forget what was our first dream, what was our first hope. And why that's so important is this activation of the inner child is trying to bridge in the feeling of wonder. And wonder has a lot to do with the sign of Sag. And not only that, but the ninth house, Jupiter, wonder, right? Jupiter is the largest planet within our solar system, and it's a benefactory planet as well. It gives experience, it gives good luck, and it gives fortune to people with whatever sign that it's in. However, the caveat to this is that Jupiter is also about experience. So what most people don't realize about Jupiter is that it will put you through trials and tribulations, but always have a type of reward at the end of it. And sometimes that reward is just actual growth. If you can look at yourself today and a picture of yourself 3 years ago and realize that you've changed fundamentally, but still kept the same heart, then you're winning in life. So many people, places, and things have to turn to having a false presentation in order for it to be heard. Like I just stuttered right there, but am I going to cut it out? Nah, I'm going to keep it there. And the idea of it is that you have to just be at your most sincere in order for you to actually bridge in your manifestations. Sagittarius is all about knowing yourself and accepting the self for what it is. So the idea of wisdom here is just the full acceptance of the palette that people have and the highs and lows that people have to face and the larger picture of why they've gone through all of these experiences just to get talented in the places that they need to. What this new moon in Sagittarius is doing for the collective, however, is making you tap into that initial dream or the initial hope that you were able to have before, ironically, the world may have crushed it. With Mercury and Sag being here to work with this new moon, it's not about having everything together. It's not about having everything that you need to say in the perfect way. It's about just getting it out there. And because Venus is here, it actually does make it so sometimes your first shot is just gonna go. It also means if something doesn't work out immediately that you should just turn the other cheek and go another way. This new moon is trying to show you what's meant for you is always meant for you. And that's exactly how it's supposed to go. So when's the last time you decided to believe in your dreams? The planet of vision, expansion, and luck is literally at the end of Pisces as this starts to move forward. This is a crazy manifestation day for you to like actually get into the spaces, the places, into the faces that you need to pop up and meet. Are you going to shy away from what makes your heart go and get you excited for someone who may not understand it or judge it? Or are you going to go and move towards what your heart's wisdom is trying to let you know? This is the season. And the better that you choose to start off this season, the easier it's going to be to really make advancement. For a minute, I want to shift gears and actually talk about the element fire because that is the Sagittarian element. When you get into the last four signs of the zodiac, things start to become more worldly and then cosmic. So the expansion of the universe starts to actually be expressed in our daily lives. Right now, every personal planet is in a very active zodiac sign. As a matter of fact, they're opposed right now. Venus and Mercury are in Sag, and Mars is in Gemini retrograde right now, making it a very active time, but an easy way for you to also get burnt out. Make this Sagittarius season less about exactly what it is you want to manifest and more so what do you want to embody in order for you to bring in those things yourself. Sagittarius represents belief. And then the more that you believe in the things that you know you're meant for, the easier there are for you to see. So the perception of what you're actually trying to envision can start to appear for you in synchronicities, dreams, and things of that nature. Regardless, the passion of fire reigns through here and will get even the most serious of people into a little bit better of a mood. I really can't express how important Jupiter going direct on this day is actually affecting this new moon. But what I can say is that a meditation, a walk outside, or anything that's going to bring you a real sense of calm should be done within these next few days if you want to really tap into what's supposed to be going on for you. Consider this new moon the stage opening up to your next adventure. The things that you're going to learn in this path are going to bring you universal talent and skills that you wouldn't have found anywhere else. And that's the beauty of Sagittarius. It's not necessarily about the destination. It's entirely about the journey. It's about the daily things that get seen. It's about really just respecting the present moment as it is, but knowing that the future is always coming. And the better that you try to use and navigate your present moment and the more in touch with yourself you are during the present moment, the easier the universe is able to give you gifts and just try to push you on towards your path. I consider that for most people, there's going to be some type of like divine intervention or this is what I have to do that's going to just like make your life so much easier. Knowing how to utilize your talents and skills in real time for the first time, I think is going to be happening for a lot of people over the course of this new moon. So open your heart out to adventure, open your mind to new things to learn and see how that's all going to accumulate into what you would consider your own personal wisdom. As a Sag who has had many jobs and many hats in many places, I can tell you without a doubt that it is every experience that I go through outside of astrology that makes me a better astrologer, makes me a better creative, and it makes me a better artist, all at the same time. And I think what people miss out on is that just real life experience does actually build towards what you're trying to get at. This new moon is just trying to have you shift your lens so you know that you are constantly moving forward and you are constantly moving towards your goals every time you set one foot forward towards it. So what, you don't have energy to do everything in one day? Did you shoot the arrow forward towards the next couple of days for it to start to happen then? Maybe it's not the exact part of the journey that you need to sit down to do one specific thing. Maybe you need to get up and go do that thing over there that's going to help you out better. This is why Sagittarius is mutable fire, because there's multiple passions that people have. There's multiple thoughts and ideas that make up the overall mind that you have. The genius of this energy is acceptance and allowing themselves to understand not only themselves, but how the world impacts them and how they impact the world around them. I hope this new moon in Sagittarius inspires you to go into your heart and do what would make your inner child the most happy. Go shoot your shot towards it every single day of this season. And I guarantee at the end of this season, you will make the first real steps of having it actually happen. And it could be anything that you want. There's a limitless energy right now with this Jupiter Pisces going direct. So, what's your biggest ideal? What does that look like? Map it out in your mind, map it out in your head, put it in your art, put it in your creativity. Just keep it in your heart, keep it in your energy. And you'll see just how fast you can make things happen when you just choose to move forward towards it. I think that's going to be all for this new moon in Sagittarius transmission. I think that's what I want to call it. Let's do that. But much love as always. And until next time.